is up, awesome people? And welcome back to another Wi-Fi Wednesday shenanigans! Alrighty, so tonight there's going to be a mixture of a few battles that I did outside of Wi-Fi Wednesday Live and a few of the battles that were shown during Wi-Fi Wednesday Live, which is going to be now kind of a new thing, I guess, for Wi-Fi Wednesday. So I may do some nights where if I don't have any uploads, I may do a live stream instead. They'll mostly revolve around battle spots since I don't particularly like doing battles on live stream because of all certain little things that can happen. And at the same time, I may also do an upload and I might do a live stream as well depending on how I go for battles. Obviously, this will be taking place after Pokemon Sun and Moon because obviously we're near the end of the ORAS lifespan, and with Pokemon Sun and Moon on the horizon, we're going to have brand new battles, brand new Pokemon, and it's going to probably take me a little bit of a while to get into the swing of things because obviously I'm going to learn on the new Pokemon and all that other fun stuff. But anyways, in tonight's shenanigans, I have a Hail Rune team. Now, out of all the teams that I came up with during this period, obviously in the last video, this is kind of a continuation on with the last Wi-Fi Wednesday episode. This was a team that was created from the original team that I showed from last week's Wi-Fi Wednesday. And honestly, this is probably one of my most favourite Trick Room teams that I've made so far. I've had an absolute blast playing with this team as well as the other team that I made in order to play a few multi-battles, since obviously I don't like using Trick Rooms in multi-battles. But anyways, I dribble along for a little too long. Let's get into the shenanigans. Now, the first battle I had was up against Jonathan, and this was kind of the, I don't know, it was pretty fun, and at the same time, it's kind of proving how Last Resort is pretty much overhyped for what it actually is, which is what the Ambipom set is. Every time I say Ambipom, it's usually the fake out Last Resort set. So they've got an Ambipom Pyroar lead. I'm really fearing that Pyroar because it can run Dark Pulse. Obviously, it's running like a Fire-type move, which Bomber Snow is not going to like. And at the same time, my Jelly Snow, this is what I'm calling it, the Jelly Snow lead, is what I'm going to lead with. So Jellicent and the Abomasnow. So Jellicent sets up the Trick Room. I usually protect on the first turn with the Abomasnow unless I know I shut on the Abomasnow, it's going to take out an opposing Pokemon. So on the Abomasnow is both a max attack and max special attack. It's a mix attacker. Protect, Ice Shard, Blizzard, and Energy Ball is the moves on the Abomasnow. As for Jellicent, it's going to be the Trick Room, Will-O-Wisp, Scald, and Recover on the Jellicent. So it's a very all-round Jellicent, and a really extremely powerful lead, actually. A lot of leads that I've noticed so far with this particular team have really struggled to go up against these two Pokemon. Alright, so I Scald the Pyroar, that goes down, obviously Flamethrower miss because I'm protected. Ambipom goes for the Fake Out on the first turn, Last Resorts on the second turn, Focus Dash there, and obviously because they're using only normal type moves, they can't touch Jellicent at all. So any Ghost type Pokemon really, really love Ambipom, especially this particular Ambipom set, which is why I usually don't recommend the Fake Out Last Resort set. Anyways, they're going to go into the Absol here. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if it's going to be Mega or not. But they Mega Evolve, and I'm like, I kind of regret going for the Will-O-Wisp on this thing, which is what I did. But thankfully for me, I obviously go for the Protect there because I'm like, I'm not too sure what it's going to do. They go for Detect as well because I was thinking, Absol normally, 100% of the time carries Sucker Punch. So I was just scouting out for that just in case it did, but they went to Detect. I'm like, damn, can't tell. So, luckily for me, they did go Detect, actually, because Will-O-Wisp... Actually, no, it wouldn't have mattered if they Detected or not, because Will-O-Wisp would have flown back to my Jellicent, which kind of doesn't really hinder my Jellicent at all. So, leftover recovery there on the Jellicent, bring it back to full health every time the hail hits it. Sucker Punch comes my way, knocking out the Abomasnow. I'm like, damn, it does have Sucker Punch. Should have saw that one coming. Anyways, go for Scald there from the Jellicent, hits the Mega Absol, bring it down to the high orange there, about half health. And as you saw there, Last Resort, it doesn't affect the Jellicent. So, out of the two of these, I definitely see Absol more of the threat because me and Ambipom can Last Resort me all day long. It's just not going to do anything to Jellicent. Alright, so we're continuing on there. More leftovers, bringing Jellicent back to full health. And Blaziken comes in. Now, this is probably one of my more creative sets I've come up in quite some time. Is a Trick Room Blaziken. It has thrown so many people off thinking it's the usual either Mega Blaziken or the Speed Boost normal non-Mega Blaziken. So Rock Slide there is going to take out the Ambipom. The Mega Absol Detect there, so is obviously protected itself from the Rock Slide. Hail unfortunately does stop there, so no more residual damage there. Trick Room also runs out, which is a bit of a pain in the rear side. and their last Pokemon, Excadrill, comes onto the field. So all I gotta do here is protect on my Blaziken, because most likely both Pokemon will attack the Blaziken thinking it's the bigger threat. So Drill Run and Sucker Punch there both fail because I protected. Trick Room goes back on the field thanks to Jellicent, which means I'm back in the absolute advantage here. Also predicting that the Mega Absol will go for Detect here, so I'm like, I'll Scald that Excadrill and Flamethrower the Excadrill as well. And yes, this is a mixed non-Mega Blaziken. And yes, it does have Blaze. Yes, it's been a while since I've used a Blaziken. The last time I used one was back in 4th gen actually. And yes, I think I do recall using a Trick Room Blaziken back then, only because Infernape was the choice. But anyways, Excadrill goes down, and I don't know why Absol just didn't Sucker Punch there. They may have had a chance of knocking out the Jellicent, but regardless, it was going to be game nevertheless. So that was the first battle, and I think that was the first time I actually used this particular team. That was actually decent. But yes, that's the overall feel for this team, and Aromatisse is of course its secondary Trick Room setup. And the other two Pokemon from this particular team is Glaceon and Mega Mawile. And it's not, it's kind of a semi-standard Mega Mawile, but not the Mega Mawile that a lot of people are familiar with. But anyways, that's the first battle for the Hail Room team. We'll go on now to the second battle that I had that was kind of decent with this team. Now this one actually went a really different route. I didn't actually expect it to go this way, but nevertheless, it was real shenanigans. They're going to leave with Staraptor and the Weavile. I'm like, there's definitely a fake out coming my way from Weavile. Most likely, or 100% of the time, they're usually Focus Sash to Weavile. I think they give me like a chance of Life Orb as well. And Staraptor, well, that's hard to check. Alright, so fake out there is obviously going to miss thanks to Protect on the Abomasnow. And the Staraptor goes for Brave Bird. I'm like, oh, I did not expect that. I thought the Staraptor would go for Abomasnow. But regardless, they do get the Curse Body on the Jellicent. However, I do lose my Jellicent and my Trick Roomer in the process because I did not bring Aromatisse in that battle. So I'm like, oh, this is not good. This is probably GG right there. So I'm going to send him the Mega Mawile so I can get the Intimidate off. But what I did not know is the Staraptor was actually choice. So I go for the Mega here to go to my Mega Mawile. So I go from Intimidate to the Huge Power, I do believe. So this thing has a lot of attack even without Sword Dance. So because they were thinking my Mega Mawile was going to run Sucker Punch or something, thinking it was the standard Mega Mawile set, which is Sword Dance, Sucker Punch, Play Rough, and Iron Head, they just went for the Sword Dance there, I'm assuming. And yes, there is the shenanigans. It went for Struggle. I'm like, oh my god, that is so epic! I love it when Struggle's used in Battle Spot. So yeah, Blizzard goes there, knocking out the Staraptor, does a little bit of damage there to the Weavile, probably breaking the Focus Sash on the Weavile. As I said, usually they're kind of like 95% Focus Sash there. Iron Head straight off the bat there, as I said. I think they got cocky there, thinking I'd go for the Sucker Punch, and the Weavile does go down. So that's two Pokemon straight off the bat, and as I said, I'm at a huge disadvantage here without Trick Room because this team does heavily rely on Trick Room. So next up is the Greninja, and their last Pokemon is the Metagross. I'm like, oh, this is not good because they have a Mega Evolve, so I'm assuming Metagross is going to be their Mega. And it is, so totally didn't see that coming. Which is fine, because one of my back Pokemon is, of course, the Blaziken, and I feel Blaziken can definitely take out this Metagross, unless it's got Earthquake, then I'm in trouble. Anyways, I'm going to go for the Protect there, just to scout out, just in case it's got Bullet Punch or something, and also do the Protect on the Mega Mawile as well, just to see, you know, what the Greninja is going to do. And at the same time, I want it to use Scald, which is what it does, or even Hydro Pump, so I can go for the Energy Ball on my Abomasnow and take out the Greninja. At the same time as well, again, I have problems with Greninja running Focus Sash, so in case it was Focus Sash and I mispredicted with the Weavile, I get residual damage on that, break its Sash if needed, and then take it out with an Energy Ball. So, goes for the Scald there, gets it down to the red, and it does burn my Mega Mawile. It's like, oh damn. But the Life Orb is revealed there. I'm like, I didn't have to be safe there. But yeah, Sucker Punch there on the Mawile as well. I was like, they must have feared the Mega Mawile. And there's the Energy Ball, so that's a dead Greninja. Bye-bye. So yeah, that goes down. So that's another Pokemon down from them, which leaves their Mega Metagross, which is going to get the residual damage from the Hail. And my last Pokemon is, of course, the Blaziken. Now, Trick Room is still on the field. They go for the Meteor Mash here, thinking they're going to OHKO my Abomasnow, probably hoping for the attack boost as well. Not aware that I am running Focus Sash, so I could have gone for like Mega Abomasnow on this particular team, but I thought Focus Sash might have been handy. Works very, very well because people get very confident that it can OHKO the Abomasnow, Even though I'm running no IVs and defense as well as the same as my blade skin, no IVs and defenses because usually they're glass cannons. Once they take a hit, they go down. So I didn't even bother going for the focus sash there. But now I'm going to leave it at that. It is like really hot in my office. I don't know if you can tell I'm really out of breath at the moment because of how hot it is. So I'm going to leave it there for now. And next week I have one short battle, but then I have a really long battle consisting of this particular team as well. So I can go off more about them. And at the same time, I might show off a few more others from Wi-Fi Wednesday Live, which is actually involving the Glaceon, which got very little spotlight time, which was kind of unfortunate because I really wanted to use that particular troll set. So that'll be shown off in future battles of Wi-Fi Wednesday. And at the same time, I'm going to try and end Wi-Fi Wednesday off with a boom in regards to the ORAS era. Because as I've already mentioned at the beginning of the video, we're coming to an end for the ORAS era. Which is kind of sad because I only just got back into the spirit of Wi-Fi battling for ORAS. For a while there, I found it stale. I was absolutely disliking Wi-Fi Wednesday. After I got back into VGC, I'm now excited to do these things. So it does make me quite sad to know that this era is now coming to an end. But regardless, for the last couple of weeks for Wi-Fi Wednesday, I'll do double uploads just to make sure I get all of my battles out in the open for you guys so you guys can enjoy. Put an end to the era, and then we can welcome in Sun and Moon. As for that, that's all I got time for, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I do apologise for no upload last week. Wasn't really in the swing to doing a Wi-Fi upload. But yeah, hey, we're back. And at the same time, I am in the process of doing Wi-Fi Wednesday Live highlights since I finally got my technical difficulties solved. So expect that probably on the weekend. Anyways, guys, until next time, this is Lady KrimZen saying ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao.